Art, we talked about billboards and mailers and TV ads and radio ads and how to set up a basic awareness campaign. But what about yard signs? And I guess we can lump mailers in here as well. But what about yard signs? If we're talking about, especially if we're a service-based business, maybe we're a roofing company, painting, mobile car detailing, you'll notice this a lot, is that when they go out and they perform a service, say that, for example, they're doing a roof on a house, they'll put a yard sign out, roofing done by blah, 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 XYZ company, so that their neighbors will see that, hey, all right, so, yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Smith are getting a new roof. Here's the company that they're doing. Hey, I need a new roof as well. So there's that trust factor. If Mr. and Mrs. Smith trust that company to do their roof, and I can see that, oh, okay, they're clean. I love the job that they're doing. I need one. I trust them, so I'm going to call them. So if you're not doing yard signs, if you're not utilizing yard signs in your own business, whether it's a roofing company or siding or painting or mobile car detailing, if you're a detailer that goes out and goes to people's homes, get a sign out there. You'll be surprised at how much business those yard signs will pull in. So, well, we can do the same thing using Facebook and social media, get all the same, utilize the same benefits with the added benefit of actually paying attention and knowing who's actually watching the content, and then showing them more content and nourishing that relationships, right? So we know the yard sign will get people in the neighborhood to see it, but with social media, we can do the same thing, but then we can pay attention. How interested are they in the service? And let's show them more content to really nourish that relationship and get them to pick up the phone and call us, right? So what's the difference? What would be the difference between just a regular awareness ad and then an ad set up with really kind of the mindset of a yard sign, right? And again, politics, right? You'll see a lot of yard signs during election season. It's the same principle, right? So what's the difference? Really, the only difference, the setup is exactly the same. The content would change a little bit, because instead of just a regular awareness content that you're posting on your page, what you'd want to do, and what I would suggest that you do moving forward with your own business, is that when you are in somebody's neighborhood, post something, make a post about the job that you're doing, put it on your business page and say, hey neighbors, we're in XYZ neighborhood today or for the next 2 weeks doing a new roof. If you'd like us to come out and do a free inspection on yours, let us know, right? So you'd post something like that on your business page. And really the setup for the regular awareness ad and this ad is exactly the same. Really the only difference is the location and the radius that you're setting, right? So in the regular awareness ad, we're putting the address of our own business, and then we're setting a radius where our service area is. How far are people generally, if we have a storefront, how far are people usually traveling from? So we're setting we're putting the address of our business, and then we're setting that radius, whether it's 3 miles or 10 miles or 15 miles. For the example that we used, I put the address and then I put a 15-mile radius, right? So instead of doing that, what we want to do is we want to put the address of where we're working. So we want to drop a pin in the neighborhood that we're working in, or, just for example, if we're doing work at Conquer Self-Defense, instead of a 15-mile radius, I'll just move this down to 1 so that we're only targeting that general area. So we're targeting that neighborhood, right? So again, the regular awareness ad, where the goal is to just show as many people as we possibly can, for these types of ad where we're trying to mimic a yard sign, where we're calling on the actual neighborhood or the specific neighborhood where we're working on a particular product or service. What we want to do is we want to put the address of the neighborhood or the house that we're working at with a smaller radius. So we're just only targeting that specific neighborhood. So again, it's doing the same thing as a yard sign, but we're getting the added benefit of being able to track who pays attention so that we can send them and show them more content and really nourish that relationship and make them pick up the phone. All right. So that's really the only difference. The whole setup is exactly the same. Really, the only two differences is the content. So you want to post on your wall about, hey, we're in this specific neighborhood doing this specific service. And then the actual radius. We want to put instead of our business address, we want to put the address of where we're working with a small radius around that home so that we're only targeting that specific neighborhood. All right. So that's it for this one. I'll see you in the next one.